We're across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the New York Giants.
San Francisco.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Let's go. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
24-yard line.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Middle. Check 3. Check that one there. Safety creeping.
And now it's Rosen looking. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. Mike 5-4.
Back to the air, Rosen after the pick 6. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. That's complete to Slayton. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Play action here with Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
57's the mic. Rock 57. Check, 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 check.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Hey, check Mike 57. Middle. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 57 the mark. 57 quarter. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now it's Rosen. And Ingram holds it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. They go play action. It's Rosen. Steps away to his left. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Let's go. 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. They'll roll him out right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. On 1st down, Cherry. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On 2nd down now, Cherry. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll try the left side. Farrell. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. And they give this time to the tailback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards there and a Niner first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Niners 14, Giants nothing. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. Now Saquon Barkley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the 1st half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rosen. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Niners 14, Giants 7. Jason Myers set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Now back to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
It's 3rd down. And 7 yards to go.
and facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Come on, time to play!
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Monday. Check hot route. Hot. Slam. Monday.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Rosen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And down to the 15. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
On 2nd down, Farrell And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Third down, Farrell. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Gay's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Rosen will throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Shepard. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for Saquon Barkley. Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Come on, QB, come on. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike, alert. Bring it.
Rosen to throw again. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
So after the penalty, we'll have one final untimed play here before halftime. They'll throw now on the final play. Going for the deep ball. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
1st down, 49ers.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Farrell. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
This is taken at the 15. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Rosen. And a quick throw here that's complete. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. Now Rosen looking to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From midfield now, here's Rosen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. He's got daylight. He's at the 40, 20, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is.
Let's give him a show.
Mitch Wishnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Now he's flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Opted to run for it. The decision, a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now it's Rosen looking. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Out to the right here to Shepard. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with possession of the football, but needing points as we start quarter number 4. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller. and taller, but they retain their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. A quick throw complete by Rosen. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a one-score affair after they get the two.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the two-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their two-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Back to throw here. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Rashawn Gary coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4.
It's 3rd down.
The Niners on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. On play action, they'll throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 49ers' 45-yard line.
Again, it's Barkley looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Down and 4.
Now it's Rosen. Finds his tight end Ingram. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. And Ingram holds it in. Touchdown, Giants! Evan Ingram, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Here's Rosen to throw. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
On 3rd down. Cherry, and he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. Right there. Joel Green. 56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And the Giants have it. It's picked up.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
And now, defensively, they're going to... Remember, they get... An extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, earn that.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley and a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Ready? Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Man, on that. Watch the screen. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. 80. Here we go. 49. Check 49. Check
They go play action. It's Rosen. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Now a whistle and a timeout defensively. Trying to stop it, and they do with 2 seconds to go prior to the 2-minute warning.
29-yard line.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Middle. Yo, switch. Buzz. Be ready. Mike spot 4.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rosen letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch the edge.
Here's Rosen. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
4th down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
It's 2nd down.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first.
But it brings up 4th down.
Back to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation.
Today's final
A great come from behind.